Hello, I'm Soap, and today I'm going to be talking about my new diamond farming routine now that the flowering season update has come out. So obviously the main way I get XP at the moment is doing the Nature Fairy class and redeeming the XP eggs. The amount of XP ranges from around 50 XP to 900 XP, but you're more likely to get from 50 to 150 XP from my experience. If you're average at the minigames, you should be able to get an XP egg every 2 rounds, which is every like 5 minutes, since it's a 2-minute round and there's breaks in between. But it's entirely possible to get 50 eggs in a round. Unlike in old egg hunt minigame from 2024 and before, how many eggs you get doesn't depend on your position on the leaderboard, so it doesn't really matter if you become first, but it just directly corresponds to how many eggs you get during the game. Realistically, you'll get like from 30 to 40 eggs per round unless you're like really good. Every 30 minutes, you want to teleport back to Campus 4 to do your lockup minigame because you can get up to 100 XP every 30 minutes. Keep on going until you get a score above 40. During this half an hour break, your stats should have also run out. You want to sleep in the Campus 3 dorms and shower in the Campus 3 bathing quarters. Continue doing the Nature Fairy class, and every half an hour when your stats are down, do the locker, sleep and shower, and repeat over and over again. Also make sure to wish out the fountain whenever it's available, so roughly every 2 hours. I know you can lose diamonds, but like you can also win a halo, plus you can also get XP and diamonds from the fountain, so it's normally not that bad. This is how many diamonds I had before doing an hour of this routine, and this is how much I had afterwards. So you should get around 12k every hour. This is like within the first day of the update, and I've gone like a lot better at the minigame now, so you can get more. I'm like a pretty average player, and I make a lot of mistakes during the minigame, so this is very achievable. Okay, now tips and tricks on how to do the Nature Fairy minigame. Everyone has their own way of playing it. I personally like to fly rather than running because it feels a lot faster, and it is a lot faster. And since I'm on mobile, it's much easier to fly than when I was on laptop, when I used to play in the past. I also prefer to walk into them rather than tapping them because I have to stop and pause for that. I don't recommend zooming in because you'll just like lose your bearings. I recommend to play the Nature Fairy classroom a lot so you actually understand the locations and know where you're going, so you actually like know the map, because then that makes it a lot easier. For the most part, I like to stay close to the basket because you want to empty your basket like around every time you get like 6-ish eggs, because you can lose your eggs at any point, so you don't really want to get up to 10 because then you might lose all 10. Avoid other players, but don't like try too hard, because if you back off, you might lose the opportunity to get an egg. If you become smaller, I recommend flying because you fly at the same speed, but if you walk, you're walking a less distance because you're small. And if you're bigger, I recommend going to like areas with large amount of eggs, and you'll be able to pick up multiple at a time. If you get the speed effect, then I recommend walking rather than flying, because flying's a lot like the flying game pass. You go a bit random everywhere, and it's much more controlled to walk around while you have the speed. For the X-ray effect, if you had a trail of eggs which you were following, continue with that. Don't let it distract you, because sometimes I get a bit distracted and go to like the glowing eggs, but they could be through a wall, so just stick to what you're doing unless you're not near any eggs. In that case, the X-rays are helping you. When you have the 2 times egg effect, I recommend staying close to the basket so you can drop off eggs every time your basket fills up, because it'll fill up much quicker, and the effect will stop working after like 10 seconds, so you want to stay near the basket so you can actually get double the amount of eggs. Try not to fly or walk into the mushrooms because they will just launch you into the space if you're unlucky, but for the most part it will be fine. Just if you want to collect eggs above mushrooms, you might want to stop and click on them rather than going into them, because if you fly into them it will make you walk. If you walk into them, it will launch you. For the fog effect, which in my opinion is the worst because I have no idea where I am. If you're in an area which you know, then stay there and just try and get any eggs you can see. But I like to try and stay near the basket for this one, because a lot of eggs spawn around there, especially during egg showers, and that way I don't lose where I am. And one last thing, it's an obvious one, I forgot to mention it. So I normally reset my character and just have my normal Roblox avatar, because it's much easier than having all the accessories on, which can cause lag, and sometimes it launches you further when you like drop your eggs or run into a mushroom. And I think it's just easier to collect eggs this way. Obviously you can glamorize your Roblox avatar, it doesn't need to be the default one, but I just can't be bothered. Anyways, I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.